if you was gonna make him out to be this great person, why on earth? Why on
Gave
earth?
him that one bad thing about him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
and it ruins
why would you
every
put that there?
And it ruins everything.
Let's see why not. I hope I know.
You get about it. Okay.
Ese que me mira el culo es el señor Berlín. En busca y captura.
This is another one that we're gonna agree on then.
Hey, it gotta be. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Before I even start on him, I will say this. Right. Berlin is God tier. I'm just gonna put it out there. The whole entire show is centered around this guy. Now, the first season may look a little different. You may not understand it on the first two seasons, right? But the third and fourth seasons you would understand. But this show is actually centered around him because what he did was a lot of these plans that the professor quote unquote came up with. Berlin was one of the ones who came up with the later plan, right?
Actually, the person that was doing like the heist wise,
he was doing right, exactly. But he still set up the last heist. He really did. Yep. The professor set up the first heist based off. You know what? I'm gonna wait until we pull his name. Wait. Berlin set up the last heist, and the show is kind of really centered around him. You see a lot of flashbacks in his character, but let me just start with the first and second season. Let me just go ahead and talk about what I didn't like, right? Yeah, he is God tier. I didn't like how the director wrote him off as... I did not like that. I felt as though when it actually came to show his character and who he was and why he was Berlin and what made him Berlin, I feel like it was like a huge understanding. Like you kind of really understood who he was, as a person, and I feel like the director did him disjustice when they wrote that scene. If you was gonna make him out to be this great person, why on earth?
Gave him that one bad thing about him.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it ruins
why would you put that there?
And it ruins everything.
If we pull her name, I would talk about it. But even that scene, even the the sexual misconduct, I'm gonna have to blur that out for you too. It was really.
We have to change the word for it. We can't say the word. Yeah.
We can't say.
We can. Yeah.
I'm just gonna blur it out. But sexual misconduct, even the sexual misconduct, it was just. I felt as though it didn't fit his character. The way that they did it, they could have did it in a way where it flashback. It went to his flashbacks earlier on season 1 and 2 instead of 3 and 4. They should have put his flashbacks a lot earlier, but they didn't. So you didn't understand it into season 3.
I think that was a good way. I think that was a smart way. Because
wait, hold up. Not really, because I felt as though if you already have how you want Berlin's story to play out in the end, and he was as God tier as they made him to be.
Yeah.
Hell, why would you put that in season 1 and season 2 and make him seem like such a? And oh my God, we need to elaborate. We need to talk about that.
I think I can elaborate why. Is because when you think about it, he was very mysterious. Because his character was really mysterious. Like, he was a really good people's person. He could understand how to control people. I mean, literally the first scene you see of him, he tells everyone, hold out your hands, to not scream, calm down. Like, he made a group of heist people come together and be like, you know what? I'm gonna listen. I'm just gonna hear him out and just do what he says. And not just that, he was the best person to handle the one of the heist people that I hate so much, but love at the same time. And the famous quote he said was, "You like movies?
¿Te gusta el cine? Arturo, créeme, hueles a muerto."
And when he said that to him, You gotta see that scene. But I hope we do put it up on the screen. But it made it so good because from then on, Berlin was able to understand like how people were. He was so quick on realizing, okay, this person does this person's good at this. He was able to direct the heists as to what they needed to do and what not to do. It was done so well. Another thing is like how he had to die.
¡Andrés, por favor! Me he pasado la vida siendo un poco hijo de puta, pero hoy... Creo que me apetece morir con dignidad.
He went out on a bang. He already knew for a fact that he was gonna die and everything. But the thing is, you wouldn't know this in season 1 and 2. What you know is him as like this really crazy, badass of a character that was very smart, and understand things really well. Yeah. And he can manipulate. I can't say the word.
Manipulate.
Yeah.
You got it.
People really well to a T.
Yeah.
And so when you think about him and you don't hear his backstory, you don't know anything about him, and you're in at this time now in season 1 and 2, you don't know who's all family and who's all like actual random people in the crew. And so with him, you would just be thinking that he's just a random dude that the professor found, and he's really good at what he does.
And to be honest, he wasn't even a bad person. Like he wasn't aggressive. He was so intellectual. He was so intellectual.
To talk on that, he had a son.
No, stop. No. We got him in the thing. Do not do that. Just wait. Just
you
wait.
Can't talk about the son.
No, because the son is it. Just wait on that. But
okay.
Let's keep it strictly to Berlin.
Just know, like when you watch the series, pay attention to Nairobi and Berlin for right now. If we didn't get them off real, I would have just said him.
In Tokyo.
No. Anyway, no. We're gonna have a big debate on that one. But definitely pay attention to Berlin mostly, like as a character that was really smart and how you say the word intellectual.
Intellectual.
Yeah. Hey man, my brain is like going 90 going a minute right now. Cause I look, I'm in love with him. Okay, I may be turning gay. Okay.
Anyway. Right. Okay.
Pay attention to Berlin. Right. Yeah, he was really good.
Listen, on everything, like seriously, on everything. I just feel as though Money Heist wouldn't have been as good as it was if he wasn't for Berlin.
If his character was never,
they wrote them good.
Season 3, 4, and 5 would not have been so good if Berlin was not a character.
No, 100%. All of the seasons, even 1 and 2.
But what I'm saying is like season 3 and 4 and 5 would probably have never happened if they didn't write his character.
Okay.
But with season 1 and 2, he was already a good character.
He was.
If they didn't make him how he was, like, bruh, 3, 4, and 5 would not have even been made. For season 1 and 2, yeah, like he was the peak.
Because his backstory was the blueprint. It really was the blueprint for season 3, 4, and 5. It was the blueprint. It was like they followed his story, and that's why I'm strongly against that sexual misconduct scene. They shouldn't have never put that in, and the way that they put that in was so garbage. Like, you know what? I really want to get into it, but we ain't pull her name yet. But when we do, when we pull her name, yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's in here. That's why when we get to her, I'm going off. It is what I'm going off. I'm going off.